Hey guys, and welcome back on the YouTube video. In this video series, I'm gonna be teaching you how you can create a pretty cool game in Pygame. It's also you can create it as a Pygame video series. So yeah, uh, by the end you have created a game like this. So I just muted the music because otherwise you won't hear me. So you can see you gotta kill this enemy, then your score increases, and if the enemy crosses, then the life increases, and obviously if the enemy collides, well, we die. This is actually kind of a special tutorial series because it's not going to be me explaining you guys. My brother is going to be taking over this video series, so it's going to be pretty different. So I had actually made this game by myself, and it that turned out really nicely. And he wanted to take the privilege of explaining you guys, so that's why uh, this this is going to be all done by him. Uh, so yeah, so that is it for all of the introduction, and let's actually jump right into the making of the game. And also let me hand over the mic to my brother.
Hey guys, so this will be my first tutorial with you all. So first of all, for those who do not have Pygame, you need to first install it. So just jump into here and search CMD, which stands for command prompt. Go to the command prompt. Actually, I have it pinned here, but and then just type it out: pip install Pygame, and then enter. And so you can see here it is showing requirement already satisfied. This is because I already have Pygame installed, but for those of y'all who do not have it, you can install it this way. And people who are facing problems can just check out the video on how to fix pip issues on the same channel. So yeah, let's get started. So first we need to import Pygame, and I'll just make a comment: importing modules, and then import Pygame. Yeah. So one step remains constant, like the same thing is constant in every Pygame project, which is initializing Pygame. It's like one of the most important thing you need to do. So I'll just make a comment: initializing Pygame, and then the command is pygame dot init and parentheses. And yeah, so we'll now make the screen at in which the game will take place. So I'll just create two variables, namely height and width, which will have the values of the height of the screen and the width of the screen. So I'll just write it: height is equal to, and uh, I'll just use capital so it looks good. HEIGHT, height is equal to 800, and then we'll set the width equal to 600. Yeah, and you can mess with these values and check it out. It doesn't really matter a lot, but yeah. So now we haven't really made the window yet, so we'll just start off with making the window. And I'll just make a comment here saying making the screen. I'm sorry, it's in caps, doesn't matter, but making the screen. And the command which is used to make a screen in Pygame is known as pygame.display.set mode. And in we have to use a tuple here to specify the height and the width. So and we store all of this in a variable. So I'll just make a variable screen and set it equal to pygame dot display dot set underscore sorry set underscore mode, and then I'll make a tuple. Yeah. And so you guys already know that I have made the I have specified the value for the height and width, so I do not need the right to make coordinates here. I can just specify height comma width, that will be sufficient. And uh, uh, yeah, we need to write it as width comma height, and make sure you use the right credentials, because we have made the variable in caps lock. So the here also it should be in caps. So width comma height. Yeah, pretty much it. And um, we'll also change the caption for the screen. uh, mm, um, the command for that is pygame dot display. uh, so you need to make sure every time that you are um, doing the right thing. So pygame, what pygame dot display, pygame dot display dot set underscore caption, and then we gotta write this in parentheses and inverted commas. So archery game tutorial. Yeah. And you can write anything you want, like you can just specify in your name archery game made by whosoever. And then pygame also offers you to um, offers offers you to change the icon of the screen. But first I'll just make the main game loop. So to make the main game loop, I'll make a variable known as running, and I'll set it equal to a boolean value which is true. So will so it becomes easier like to make the loop. So I'll just make a variable known as running. First of all, I'll just make a comment here, main game loop, and running, I'll set it equal to true. Make sure the T is capital, and then I'll make the loop while running. And yeah, so I'll just um, so all of you will be must be familiar with events in Pygame. So I'll just make a for loop here, for event in Pygame. uh, for event in Pygame dot event dot get. Oh, I'm sorry, it's event. And yeah, um, and I'll make a if statement inside it. And so here the condition will be if the event is like crossing like closing the window, like pressing the cross button, then running should be equal to false, and hence the display will just disappear. So I'll write if event dot type, and since here we are we are checking the equality, we use a double equal to, and we'll set it like if event dot type is equal to pygame dot quit. So make sure the quit is in caps lock. So if it is equal to quit, we'll just set running equal to false. So you can see while running, when but if running is equal to false, it will just stop running. So yeah, running, sorry, it's caps, running equal to false. False. Yeah. So you can see like many of you make mistakes with the capitals. So just make sure F and T for the false and true is always capital. And let's just run it and see what happens. Uh, See, so if we close, you can see if we have closed it, then running changes to false and running is discontinued. And you might have seen that I have replaced height and width. So I'll just change it. Slight error. The height is 600 and width should be 800. Yeah. And every time we need to update the display, and so we'll just get out of the loop. We have to be in the loop but get outside of the for and if statements. So I'll just write pygame dot display dot update display, I'm sorry, and parentheses. So every time it will go through, it will update the display. And yeah, and coming to the icon, we can Pygame also offers you to change the icon of the screen. So we can, that's pretty optional, but let's just do it. So um, we'll make a variable known as icon and set it equal to pygame dot image, I'm sorry, dot image dot load. And I actually have the image saved in my folder. So you have to specify the name of the image. So you can download any image in a PNG format and save it in the same file, and you can just like write it here. And the name of my image is game.png, so I'll write it here. So what this function will do, uh, it will load the image, but it will not print it. So we also need to print it, right? So we'll use a function uh, pygame dot display dot set underscore icon, and then the name of our loaded image is icon. See, you can see we have stored it in icon. So we just have to write icon here and not game.png, because game.png is what we have loaded and set it in at icon, and then we'll see it. Yeah. Display, so you can see that while running the display just goes off after a second. This is because the spelling of display is wrong. I'll just change it. That was a typo, I'm sorry. Yeah, and make sure you use comments and uh, just enhances your code. And yeah, you can see uh, you have the archery game tutorial and you have that icon, and if you press the cross button, running will be equal to false. Yeah, and so you can also change the color of the background of the screen, and uh, I'll show you how that works. So in the main uh, game loop, we'll go into the main game loop and write screen.fill and make a tuple, and inside the tuple we'll just write the value of white and we'll specify it that what is white. And here you need to specify RGB values, which basically means red, green, blue values. And so I have specified as 255, 255, 255, which is the value for white, and you can see the whole display has become white. And you can mess around with these values and check the colors. And yeah, that's it. Back to you, Yash.
Alright, so I hope you enjoyed this video. This entire tutorial series is going to be done by him. So if you have any constructive comments or any feedback, please let me know in the comments how you like the explanation and all of them. Uh, we really like some positive comments in the comment section. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, like and subscribe to the channel. And until the next time we meet, bye bye.